Hello, everyone, and welcome to Speed Gaming 3. I am your lovely commentator, the real Gerbo, today. Uh, I will be joined by Sir Cabby in just a moment here. The race has been started here in SRL. We'll be catching up momentarily in the restream. Um, how are we all doing today? So we do have Nevdi versus French Lightning John. Nevdi representing the Vileplumes and French Lightning John representing Johnny B. Croake. I'm expecting to see a really nice race here today. Hopefully a clean race. And it looks like the race is off. Johnny B. Croake going into this game with 6 wins and 2 losses, I believe. And Vileplumes going into this game with 7 wins and 1 loss. Both teams, I believe, doing very well. Both have a very strong chance to make it to the playoffs. So we'll see how it goes here. Again, Vileplumes, I mean, they'll be 8-1 if they win this race. Trying to be Croake would be 7-2 if they win this race. And we are joined by my co-commentator, Sir Cabby.
Hello. Sorry I'm late. I had to get my kids to bed before I could join.
That is perfectly fine. You didn't miss much. The runners just picked up their morph ball and are going down to get their items at Alpha Missiles and etc.
Awesome.
Looks like we have bombs in the ceiling. How are you doing tonight, Sir Cabby?
I'm doing good. A little out of breath from the running, but I'm here. Super excited for this race. I got 2 very awesome runners tonight, so I'm very excited for this opportunity to commentate for them. Seems so far, making the same kind of decisions here. So
yeah,
no big deviations yet.
Both teams, by the way, would benefit from this win. Both teams are really close to the playoffs.
Yeah, something that I'll be curious to see too. You never know when this will happen, but the miners, especially early in the game, can make a big difference depending on which bosses you find and whatnot. Without a charge yet, of course, and potential for an early Ridley, being at Crate or whatnot, or even Wreck Ship if they go that way. It's always interesting to see how aggressive they go on the early game. You see here with French Lightning John also going straight into the check down here for some more ammo. So both teams are doing it. So again, that's interesting to see. It's a good play in my opinion.
Having that early ammo again is beneficial, like you said, for the bosses that may come across. I'm hopefully gonna see a decent, nice seed, not a truly April Fool's seed like we've seen a few times today for the league. Yeah, I'm hoping for a nice seed. What do you think?
I always wish the best for the runners. What's good for the runners is not always best for the viewer. So sometimes we kind of root for those trolley seeds to see what our runners will do. As a runner, I always wish them the most jettiest seed possible. As I know how painful those can be sometimes when you're hunting down those last items, especially in the boss randos. So with this particular type of rando, we have much more opportunity for backtracking. So, for example, wreck ship. There's four majors there, not open until you find Fantoon wherever Fantoon shows up. Making
That
the
is
yeah.
that is something
But
I forgot to mention. This is a major minor split. We're following along with the boss rando.
yeah, so you have like a 1 in 4 chance of finding, actually slightly less even. There is no chance for a pure vanilla seed. So we will, oh, and of course, having bombs, BT will come to life here, getting that most powerful of items, the spring ball. But yeah, there is no chance for a pure vanilla boss right now. Not all 4 bosses cannot be in the vanilla spot at the same time, while some bosses can be vanilla. So at maximum, we can have 2 vanilla bosses. So with that all said, from that, we know that there's slightly less than a 1 in 4 chance of finding any boss in their vanilla seed spot. So the early wreck ship play, while a great play in a lot of other randos, is a little bit riskier in this particular category, depending on how stacked wreck ship ends up being.
Awesome. One thing we do have to look out for is that these runners are taking their saves before checking boss rooms. They save at the crate save station, or a save in like a central hub area, like even business center, even would be a great idea. I learned that one earlier today. Um,
Yeah, the business center is pretty nice for a reset, because if you find something down a bad path, it gives lots of. No, I'm sorry, excuse me. And kind of swallow my my food there. The business center is great because if you do find like a bad boss or a bad path and you do need to take that reset, you're in a kind of a hub position. So being able to route differently after a reset is always a nice option. For example, for Kraid, right? So we know that Kraid is an early boss option, and it could be anything. And so the ability to find like Ridley, let's say, and wanting to go a different direction with it is very convenient. You could go either Norfair or back up to Meridia or wreck ship, anywhere. It's kind of in the middle of all that. We do see we started to see a bit of the route divergence here, but then kind of doubled back and they came back together. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, John was, I think, double back onto a path he went on, and then he went back to go to Gauntlet.
Right. Yeah, you don't typically see that.
Not looking good.
Yeah. Just being the E-tank that we now know, of course, probably not worth it, but it is interesting to see the backtrack. Usually once you've kind of gone to something, you always have the option to come back to wreck ship later, right? Like once you are on the backside of Red Tower, you can come back up here before going to wreck ship or whatnot, if you're in a situation where you're really hurting for another major. And so it is interesting. I know I personally like an early wreck ship play, early gauntlet check, just because I expect a lot of people not to do that. And so with that in mind, I hope to sometimes get an advantage over my competitor. Now, is it the best play usually? Probably not. It can't be a suit. We know that. And so some of them, a lot of things you'll find here are usually a nice to have, not necessarily required for progression.
We do get our first power bombs at the back of Gauntlet, by the way. Another
very good call out. Yeah, very good call out. So that can sometimes be a very rare thing to find early game. Like before you get like towards Red Tower, sometimes, in fact, I've even found power bombs as late as like ice, the ice minor check there. So having access to all ammo types early is always very comforting, because I've seen multiple seeds just in the last week or two where, in fact, just this week really, where either supers or power bombs were a late find and progression blocking. And in a major minor split, when you're used to having majors be the thing that are gaining progression, suddenly minors are now gaining progression. You have to do all the checks, almost like a full rando again.
We gotta love our full randos. We do see Navdi going down into Green Brinstar are gonna be heading up to our first Brinstar major location, Brinstar Reserve. We do see French doing the same, not going for that early wreck ship play. As he said, it is a bit risky at this point. Looks like we have
Ooh.
Spazer, the best team in the game at Brinstar Reserve.
I definitely don't mind a spazer if it's early. I mean, it's definitely a strong beam. You never know if you're going to get the plasma, and yeah, I would never turn that down. I also want to note too, we saw both players open up or kind of pop the door open to Turian. I think that's also a smart move. Yeah, you got the supers now for sure, and you're not hurting for ammo going into Turian right now. So getting that out of the way and just having it open is, I think, is a smart thing to do.
Ooh, French doing a good idea there, saving a power bomb, using that X-ray scope to see what that item is.
Yeah, I agree. That was an excellent idea to save on those PBs. Probably not worth it for that.
Those
For
regular
just a missile
bombs
tank.
too. I mean, time save there.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
This Atkins item is our next one. Ooh,
Oh my gosh.
Early Varia. Okay.
We've seen a lot of early suits and seeds lately. That's obviously one that's not likely to get missed for either runner, and they're probably both well aware of that.
Looks like, I think we'll be fine for pretty much any boss right now except for Dragon. Yeah, pretty much every boss except for Dragon can be eliminated. Well, we do more ammo for Ridley.
Right. Yeah. We need some kind of way to escape Dragon's chamber at this point. But aside from that, yeah. The Ridley fight would be also, yeah, like you said, a little bit too shy on ammo.
Oh, I like this. Still going for extra minor items. Student checks again. Getting these minor items like these missiles and super missiles early on will help out with the boss fights later.
Wow, very nice.
Second try.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, didn't take a fall, so it's kind of like 1.5 tries. I don't know. Getting an E-tank. Yeah, I mean, you know, getting an E-tank for Nebdy's trouble there. You know, not bad still at this early point in the game, having that spare energy.
Yeah, it's
like
really
French
not
Lightning
bad.
John also making quick work of it as well. That's awesome.
John and Nebdy both really good rando players. Demonstrated their skills in multiple tournaments in the past year. Ooh, speed
Oh
booster.
Wow! Which
Looks
then
like...
immediately puts yeah, immediately puts Waterway in check. Yeah, you could see wasn't planning to go down there until that item showed up, and it's like, oh, okay, I'll go ahead and go that way then.
I wonder if John will do the same. I think he will. I'd be surprised.
I'm sure he will. Yeah.
There he goes.
He just didn't have the frames of visibility that Nevdi had to pop that to spy that item before laying the bomb.
All right, so what's back here? And that's another E-tank. I mean, I guess that's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, technically, needed those 3 for go mode, so at this point, they're good on E-tanks. You know, of course, unless we don't find gravity, which would be pretty scary.
I mean, we already have spring ball. I mean, we're an ice / grapple away.
What more could you want once you've got spring ball?
Not much. Once we get high jump, they'll be able to double spring ball jump out of Dragon.
Yeah, technically, yeah, that would be. I believe that's in logic for this.
No,
I'm not sure. Is it not? Okay.
Double spring ball jump is not.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty tight. So yeah, I'm glad it's not. My race hasn't happened yet. I'm glad it's not.
Make a nice work out of Green Hills.
I'm glad to see this the super count as well. They are, of course, still riding a little bit shy for Ridley, but getting really close for having what is needed to progress through that fight.
They're
So that
another
should,
super pack away from being good for Ridley. We
yeah.
have enough power bombs and missiles at this point. I think we could pull off the fight. It looks like we are gonna get the
Wow.
explosion. This is risky.
This is a very hard strat. So I
Um,
love to see Nebdi going for it. This lining up the D boost and everything gets it. Oh, almost gets it. That is the timing on that's pretty tricky. I've done it in practice myself. I am not confident enough to do it in a run yet, but
looks like
I
Neptune's
love
gonna
to see
back
him go for
out.
it. Yeah,
Looks like
that's
John will go for the same though. We can sure turn off that speed booster. Turning off Spring Ball, strangely. Maybe as a backup?
Oh, let's see if he gets it. Oh, he does.
Alright, so if this is a gravity suit back here, this will be huge for John.
Yeah, now you'll notice, of course, John taking what looks like extra hits. That is intentional, of course, to lower the damage and keep those iframes over the spikes.
Doing a nice double bomb jump up here to X-ray. Not doing
Definitely
that
making that look a lot. Yeah, definitely making that look a lot easier than it is.
Ooh,
Only an
just
E-tank, though,
an
unfortunately.
E-tank. So this
Yeah,
does turn out to be a time waster for John.
yeah,
Now,
unlikely
if Peppy
to.
comes back, it'll even out, but
Absolutely, yeah. And going straight into the Kraid's lair. Well, I'll be curious to see if Nevi opts for the Kraid save or if he's just going to go mode it. What do you think he's going to do?
I think we still need a little bit more ammo. Or if this is a super pack here at Kraid Missiles, then we could potentially have enough.
He is going for the save. Power bombs. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Otherwise, we don't have enough for Kraid. Not Kraid, Ridley. Crap. Yeah, we don't have enough ammo for Kraid yet, guys. Gerbo's a little tired. Leave him alone.
I didn't say a thing. I didn't say a thing.
I wish you would have corrected me, so I felt bad about it. No, I realized my own mistakes. I'm hoping this is not Ridley. Gives Nefty a chance to get one boss down, and it looks like it's vanilla.
Oh, vanilla Kraid. Very interesting. With each vanilla we find, the chances of another vanilla go down. So, the we'll have to see now. Now, what is very convenient, of course, is finding a boss in a vanilla location. Aside from Ridley, will mean that you will unlock whatever doors normally be locked by this boss. So we will have access to the Kraid warehouse E-tank as normal when we leave. 3 bosses have a door to unlock. Fantoon's got 4 items that are gated. High jump is excellent to find now.
We are a grapple / ice away from suitless potentially being something that the runners could think about.
Yes. Yep. So yeah, just what I was saying, we've got 3 bosses that have door access. Fantoon, Kraid, and Dragon all open access to doors and other checks. And 3 bosses also have closets with items. So we've got Kraid, Ridley, and Dragon have a closet item to get as well. So yeah, getting the Kraid thing here opens up that 1 extra check that's already on your way out. That's always convenient.
Looks like Nevdi wants those power bombs they saw. I think this is a good idea.
I agree with it as well, yeah.
Looks like John got those a little earlier. It doesn't really matter in terms of the Kraid fight.
Right. Yeah. If he is thinking this is really, I still don't know if he'd have enough. But with the power bombs, of course, you have the option of getting some double hits in. Someone with better math than me could probably let me know if that's possible. But
a significant upgrade from our Spazer.
yeah, Spazer is already now disabled. Chat pointing out that the seat has been pretty free so far. I would tend to agree here. Seen a few of these today. So
give us a gravity suit.
Yeah, exactly. We're not in go mode yet. You never know how trolly that last item might be. So we will have to wait and see. I commentated for the Kip versus Kevnastics race earlier today, and it was so front loaded on items. You just never know. Now, granted, there was still a lot of nice to have movement items found later on, but go mode, very lean go mode, can sometimes happen pretty early in these.
Yeah, Kip was talking about that on a commentary over on Speed Gaming 4. Just about he was talking about how free the seed was. It wasn't a really good viewing experience for the chat. However, it was a really nice seed for the runners.
Absolutely.
Ooh, looks like Nepty's gonna try to get a nice mock ball out of here. Doesn't looks like they got
Oh
it.
man,
Yeah, that was close. I think that was close.
I'd normally say that was a haircut, but in ball form, I don't know if that works.
Oof.
So, yep. So, French Lightning John, I'm sure very pleased to see a plasma beam back there. I doubt anyone would be turning that down at this point, but of course, still hoping out for that gravity suit. That's the big item right now to find.
It's like as well. Nepty's lead has grown a little bit here.
I would say so. It's still kind of hard to tell. Of course, French Lightning John did that X-ray check, and that's not a short check. So I don't know. I don't want to say that he's maybe closed it in a little bit. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say.
Checking the Croc escape item. This is also a good idea. Just to see what minor item is here beforehand. I see missiles. And I don't think that's going to be worth heading back for later. So we're just going to keep going through.
Yeah.
To Bubble and Warfare.
Yep. I agree. Sometimes you're missing those miners. You don't have charge, and you are needing some way to get through touring. Of course, there's kind of like, I believe it's like the is it 60? Is it 40-60 rule? I think with miners to like have enough to like refill.
Safe number.
What's that?
40-60 is a safe number for miners.
Yeah. I think it's like a general ballpark of like what to aim for.
Get away with 45-55, I think.
Okay.
Assuming I'm doing my math right, which is not always something. Oh,
charge beam.
Ooh, we are a gravity suit away from our go mode.
Has anyone mentioned how free the seat's been yet? I don't know.
I believe we have seen it in chat at least once or twice already.
This is also yeah, go ahead.
I think MST said it.
Yeah, I think maybe a few people might have mentioned freeness of something, seed something like that.
So equals free seed, something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I must have good luck for the runners. So something that is kind of interesting too is, as far as like routing and like bosses and like trying to like, pick up items, as efficiently as possible. Excuse me. The backside of Norfair here, like the Bubble Mountain area and whatnot, can also be a really convenient on your path back from Lower Norfair. And so sometimes we'll see runners that opt for to Lower Norfair first and then pick up Bubble Mountain checks on the way back. I know I've personally tried to steal that strategy from Kuru and RK that we race with a lot. And
the Lower Norfair play currently, it's just a little risky. You could run
it is absolutely. Yeah, you're totally right
there. And
absolutely, yeah, you are absolutely correct. So in the boss Rando specifically, I guess that's like kind of where we would want to deviate a bit. So if it was like a normal seed, we knew that really was down there. It's a little tight on ammo, but it's certainly doable at this point. But in a boss Rando,
wave plasma,
right? But in a well, now they have charge. They wouldn't have. Yeah. So, but the potential of Dragon being down there without gravity and without grapple or anything, super risky. If it you have a 1 in 3 chance at this point, I believe, and yeah, not knowing for sure, and that's a huge backtrack if you're wrong. I wonder if we'll have any of our teams betting on Croque tonight. Looks like Nebby is saying no.
Nefty is taking that risk.
Yeah, that's the one we were just talking about. So
He probably knows how to double spring ball jump out of Dragon.
I would assume you're probably right. Certainly a
Otherwise,
very skilled player, but
he knows we have enough ammo to do a Crystal Splash at Dragon to get that blue suit as well. So I'm not really worried about Nefty.
yeah, this is the type of play that you'll see. Nice wave beam. Yeah, of course we've seen that on Nebdy's side as well. Yeah, so this is one of those kind of plays that really sets apart, the runners, right? So we'll see if French Lightning John does the same thing, but if he was racing someone like me, I'm not skilled enough to make that kind of a play. I'm not going to risk it. And being able to run very lean on these things and not go for those extra gambles, if you think you can make it through, can really make a huge difference in the end times.
And we do see Nefty saving here at the top of Lower Norfair Elevator. I assume that means he's going to be making a screw attack check. If there's trash, he'll probably reset and just redo that.
Yeah, now he knows he's not going to find gravity down here, right? So I could see him going all the way to Ridley, probably even maybe checking Firefly. French Lightning John showing that trash can who's boss, Kojak and a missile right into it. Just let us know how he feels about it. Tell us how you really feel, John. But that was pretty hilarious.
But he can't be done.
I don't think gravity can be down here. I could be wrong. I thought gravity could only be in regular Norfair, but I thought I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
I
Grav can be.
Quick research.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. Chat's agreeing with you. They're probably right.
Chat. Hey, if the commentator is wrong, chat is right always.
You know what? People like being able to correct the commentator. I like to make sure that they've got their opportunities to shine. I will give lots of bad, incorrect information and stats, and chat's there to come in wearing the cape. I really appreciate it.
I love art. I love chat.
All jokes, of course. I do appreciate whenever we find out the right information. Please correct me. So yeah, we see John going right for the same play. This, of course, is a pretty tight jump, but certainly not too bad. Okay, yeah, thank you, Chad. John's got this right here. First try. And yeah, as I was kind of guessing here, so Nevy did go ahead and check Firefly. I think that was the right play to make. Certainly, the extra energy tank here would not be something to turn down.
A little statistic here: in 3.9% of 1,000 seeds, gravity suit has been at screw attack.
Wow. Where'd you pull that from?
The various statistics. I assume that means 39, but that's the 39% chance?
No, it's not. It's definitely not 39. All right, we see French Lightning John going for and getting third try gate glitch, very very clean. Seen a pretty similar route, honestly. But like aside from the X-ray check, I think it's been almost the exact same decisions. Spaceship, of course, being a very appreciated item. Another one of those ones that can help the more subtle movements through a lot of these rooms. Nevy skipping the power bombs with shame check. I don't know if that's always great on this ammo count. That's not a long check, but at the same time, he's a super confident and strong runner. So he's got that in mind. Very nice fast pillars from French Lightning John as well.
If we find Dragon here, it's gonna give time for John to catch up.
Yeah, this is certainly not the thing you want to find here. You're hoping for anything but Dragon, and it is Dragon. Commentator's curse. I will blame that one on Gerbo. He said it, not me.
Excuse me. You said I hope it's anything but Dragon. I'm gonna blame this one on you, Cavi.
You know, things were said. Someone said something, and
I
now
don't
we
know.
got a fish.
We will be getting a microwave either way. So
Yeah, the fight itself is not the problem. So we will see.
quite a few different ways out of this room. I think gravity could be back here.
Yeah, I don't know. In the boss ring, though, that's an interesting thing.
Nefty, big brain. Nefty is damaging down.
Yep, getting ready for that.
Crystal
Now-
flash here.
Yeah. So yeah. Good point. This is not RBO. This is not like NK% or anything. You don't need the crystal flash in the next room, right? So you can use the crystal flash. I'm sorry, the shine spark that you get from here to just escape the room itself. So that makes a lot of sense.
Nefty getting that crystal flash.
And getting grabbed, perfect. Well done.
Dragon. Now we do have that blue suit.
Yep. So that will be the escape. Normally you hold on to that for the next room when you're doing like RBO or whatnot. But of course, that room doesn't exist here. So we can use that just to get back out of this room, and that's an excellent play. It's one I hadn't thought of yet.
It is very useful.
Search Lightning John also skipping this minor check as well.
See, Nefty turned a bad situation into ooh.
And there's another way out.
Yeah. Now again,
That's-
Nefty turned a bad situation into a better one.
Yes, for sure.
The ninja pirates showing off their ability to kick.
That room can be pretty trolling when once it gets away from you, right? You want to be able to control those metal pirates, especially when they get grouped together. They can just wreck your day.
And
one got- yeah.
dodging the shine spark echo.
Yeah, you can also microwave those guys. That's one I know Kev Nasix likes to use as well.
Yeah, you can. Did you know you can microwave them without the charge beam?
I did not know that one. Without charge?
Yeah, you can microwave them by just shooting a plasma shot, because plasma will hurt them without charge.
Very cool. See,
Yeah.
commentary showing some like new knowledge. Maybe not new knowledge. Teaching
New
Cabby
knowledge
things
to
on
you.
the fly. Look how
Yeah,
dumb
it takes,
Cabby is. He didn't know this trick.
I believe it takes 3 or 4 pulses as the maybe more than that, while the charge beam one only takes like 1 or 2.
Yeah,
like,
I would assume it's about the same number as standard shots.
Looks like John is going for a different way out of here.
Yeah, so
Turning off spring ball for that double spring
Inter-
ball jump I was talking about.
yeah, we'll see if he. I'm very curious to see if he decides to do that or if he will change his exit strategy once he sees what's back here.
Sorry for interrupting you there. I was just
No, I just
yeah, he's going to be changing his exit strategy really quick here.
I was hoping I was going to get to see a double spring ball jump tonight. Although, you know, the grapple trick here is still nothing to scoff at. Oh, you know, he's doing it. Wow.
He's still going for it.
Love it.
John, big brain in us.
Oh, looks like that might have been a little too late on the pause.
Yeah, just a little bit too late. I would hope he goes for the grapple way out here. Nope. Going for another double spring ball jump.
Yeah, also a little too late on that one.
Yeah.
This is super hard timing.
Very tight trick. You have to have like perfect pauses and.
Yeah, once you see the ball stop ascending, it's too late to have entered the pause screen. Doing it once is already, you know, it's not free for sure, but doing it more than once is very tricky.
I think that pause right there's a little too late.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we've got a nice Ranomizer moonwalk. Someone needs to play like the Thrilo soundtrack here before, just for a little bit, not enough to DMCA, or anything, but. Oh my
Gravity
gosh.
shoot.
Croake was the play.
Oh.
Croake was the play. Called that one earlier. I was wondering if you want to take it. We see some aggravation wall jumps out of Nevdi, I think. I expect we'll see him nope out of this place once
And we
breaks the
did
wall.
see FLJ do the double spring ball jump out of Dragon as we were paying attention to Croake. GG's to FLJ. He's going to be pretty disappointed when he finds that gravity suit.
Yeah, and my apologies for taking away from French Lightning John. That is an excellent trick. Very well done.
Yeah, just going straight. He's going go mode. I mean, he has everything.
Yeah, I expected that.
Point.
Yeah. Smart move for sure. Getting that, I'm sure he's super happy to see that. So just really missing a couple convenient times at this point. Has enough power bombs, so the ice isn't really needed. And so yeah, we'll just see now. How fast can we escape?
We do know where that ice is. However, I don't think Nevdi will get it. French might. Wait, do we know where ice is? Yeah. Wait, I might be thinking of a different seed.
Yeah, I don't remember if we did see it, but I certainly don't. I certainly don't remember seeing it yet.
I'm thinking of the seed that's going on SG4 now. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. These Randos start to blur together after a while.
They do.
So yeah, it's go mode for Nevdi. So we'll see Nevdi will be racing towards the end, and French Lightning John still needs to find that gravity not far behind. Could easily, still see that if he bets on Croake. It's always a tough decision to have to make.
I don't know. French could bet on a suitless rather than Croake. Huh.
Yeah, I mean, and as we've seen, from the play so far. Now, I mean, Meridia really got a lot easier. The hardest part of Meridia is having to do the Dragon part, right? You have to escape with the shine, have the shine spark in typically the grapple instead of the spring ball. But yeah, French Lightning John could be deciding at this point. I'm just going to do suitless. Yeah, it looks like he's skipping the Croake check. So probably going to see a suitless Meridia. The exit should be a lot easier to manage than it typically would have been, but it will be slow.
I was gonna say John would far rather do suitless than bet on Croake, just from my personal experience with him.
You have to respect him for it.
I didn't quite catch what the item there was at Vileplumes.
I missed it as well. But it looked like it was nothing worth stopping for.
Yeah.
So now we still got Ridley or Fantoon. Supers are pretty low here for Nevdi, but has the full beam combo, so it's not really an issue.
Oh, John's going for it.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting. So, and we get a Fantoon. So Rick's ship will be a very quick stroll. No extra checks going on in there. Probably be zipping right in and out. French Lightning John getting all of the spring ball jumps he can in on this seed. Of course, with suitless, you go up here.
Oh, we're gonna see a suitless CF flip. John pulling out all the suitless tech here. The double spring ball jump, the spring ball jumps, the suitless CF clips coming up.
Yeah, very good point. We will not have the ice beam to be able to do the standard clip.
Only if John had gravity, you'd be able to do the nice speed booster action.
Yeah.
Nefty has killed Fantoon, however, the tracker is chatting. Not calling out our tracker Metroid MST at all. By the way, we have Metroid MST tracking today.
The one and only, aka Shy Guy, or
Yep.
one of our Shy Guys.
I noticed.
Not to be confused with I believe Team Shy Guy.
Yeah.
Doing an excellent job on the tracking, of course, though.
Of course, we do have. Again, I'm the real Gerbo, and we do have Sir Cabby doing the amazing job at something.
We have
Just
we have. Yeah, so French Lightning John does not know where gravity is, of course, and gravity can be in the first half of Meridia. So that puts Mama Turtle, the Bottoon E-Tank, and left Sandpit, as well as and then not Shack Tool, of course, because gravity would be required to get into there. Or actually, no, I think he can. He can do Shack Tool with the slowdown. So there's a number of checks there. I wonder how many he's going to care to do before giving up on and just headed on through. And again, the Dragon part usually being the toughest part of Suitless Meridia, so giving up on the gravity suit is certainly a reasonable option here. Another nice grapple jump there to get up.
Definitely saving the Meridian.
Oh, interesting from John. Opting to leave Meridia.
John.
Yeah.
Good.
Now this could be the play. You never know how Randall's going to work out. But with our clear vision here on both screens, it's obvious to us. But keep in mind, having not found it yet, very easily have been a wreck ship gravity suit. Now that would have to mean that Phantoon was at wreck ship, because he doesn't know that Phantoon's actually inside of Meridia at this point. So he's betting on Phantoon being at wreck ship and wreck ship holding gravity.
I mean, gravity could still be behind Ridley. At Ridley's E-Tank. Ridley's closet, as it's referred to. But that it is a one check, and wreck ship, obviously, after killing Phantoon unlocks 4, so...
Right, yeah, so he does know that either it's Phantoon and unlocks the rest of wreck ship, or he gets a Ridley closet check. So either way, he's getting a check out of it for sure.
Yeah. Nevdi finishing off Ridley. GG's, Nevdi, for that. Probably will check Ridley's closet, just to look for potentially an ice beam at this point. Not really much else that he'd want. Doesn't need any more health. Really doesn't need much more in terms of minor items also.
All right, French Lightning John coming to find Ridley as well. Ammo count again low, but the full beam combo, almost full beam combo, will make this short work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do math. I can't do math. I'm sorry. 2 times 3.
I just want to point out though, French Lightning John deciding to skip Ranomizer, mad respect. That is definitely the play. But even when it's wrong, it's right. We've got a lot of different type of polarizing topics in this game. We've got the screen ball lovers. We've got people who like the Shack Tool check. People who like, of course, Ranomizer. So
I believe this is 24 shots.
Okay.
Math. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I like math. I believe also that it will be a 24 shot for Mother Brain. Trying to think. The French did have a nice fight with Ridley. We do see Nevdi going into Furion, making quick work, just trying to get there. Takes a little trip up on that platform. He still makes it down the elevator, not letting it waste him any time.
Yeah, this is obviously Nevdi's race to lose at this point, but I'll be curious to see what or where French Lightning John decides to go next. Opting out of Meridia, again, something that I think he could have done. He's probably wondering, I assume, just as far as the speed of doing full suitless Meridia, that's not fun for anyone. But he's trying to balance time. Probably trying to think back. Did I miss any checks?
I believe we did see Gauntlet, and Gauntlet was an E-Tank?
Yes, yeah, we have been to Gauntlet.
The only other items in the pool, again, are the other E-Tanks plus Ice and Screw Attack. At this point, I don't know. Do you think it's likely we see an Ice Beam for French before he finds Gravity Suit?
My guess is that it's probably in Wreck Ship, and I don't see him going back for that. It's either that or possibly one of those few extra Meridia checks. It's probably slightly worse than 50-50 shot.
You know what? And this is speculation. Sorry for cutting you off again. This is speculation on my part, but I'm gonna guess that French is thinking, "Oh crap, I didn't do Crocomire. There's got to be something down there." At this point,
it's certainly the way he's heading.
No, I mean, not even going for the full suitless. Going straight down, probably to check Crocomire.
Yeah, I think that's the only place he hasn't been down here yet, so I think it's a pretty safe bet.
I don't know if he checked Fireflies or not, actually.
I would assume he did. Not doing the speedway way to get to Croque, but
Ooh.
I'm still assuming he's going that way.
Oh,
barely missing the baby skip. Doing a little bit of a hat tip there on the baby skip at the end there. Nevdi, I appreciate, he's doing a shout out to the baby skip team. That's my team. Thank you, Nevdi. Appreciate it. He knew he was doing comms tonight. Really appreciate the sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Nevdi dons a hat for his troubles.
Looks like
all right.
FLJ going into Crocomire. We'll find that Gravity Suit probably in gonna shoot off some frustration.
And we get a second moonwalk with Croque. Showing our dance moves.
We are about to go ahead and do the speed Zep skip, apparently.
Yeah, and this is not a find you want to find right now. That's obviously going to feel bad to find at this point in the game.
Never mind.
Yeah, you can see the super missiles of anger, the anger dancing. Yeah, putting on a show for us. So we appreciate it. We understand your frustration. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, Croque is a miserable alien.
And of course, John will be John in future races. Probably not good at Croque immediately.
Again, I still hold great respect for that decision.
We do have a 24-shot fight here from Nevdi, having charged wave plasma. It does 750 damage. Mother Brain has 18,000 health. Mother Brain 2, sorry. Still better than a more than 24-shot fight. So do you think John feels really behind at this point?
Yeah, I think that's pretty obvious with the anger of grabbing the gravity suit. it's an easy check to do, although people do try to skip it whenever possible. But he's probably assuming at this point that his race competitor has found it at this point. So having to go all the way back up to wreck ship and back down again is no small amount of time. It's a gamble. It could have paid off. It didn't this time. So yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's like all the exciting moments just get drained away.
Yeah, we're kind of just watching. Nevdi successfully fights off Mother Brain 2. That's usually the riskiest part. We don't have to worry about stand up or anything. It's kind of free at this point. And French Lightning John, not going to be having any issues going through. That was considered a pretty typical Meridia.
We are at the saddest moment in gaming history as the baby has been killed, but don't worry, we're going to get our revenge for it as we shoot our hyper beam shots into Mother Brain. I think we need like, what, 30, 40 of these? Feels like sometimes.
Sounds about right. About 30 or 40 sounds perfect.
Sometimes I feel it's more like 100 because Mother Brain just never goes down. But FD taking care of Mother Brain 3, and again the baby is dead. There's nothing we can do about it, sadly. I wish somebody would make a ROM hack where the baby never dies.
Only the baby had finished eating Mother Brain's head.
And John finding our last boss, Fantoon, here in Meridia. Nevdi finishing up the escape. Starting on the escape and going to be finishing up here soon.
Yep. John's just going to be. He's already been here. He's just going to dip in and out to get his boss kill that he needs. I'm sorry, he has not been here yet. I'm thinking he's in wreck ship now. The boss Rando still got me confused.
Yeah. Doing a nice microwave. Yeah.
Gerbo, do you have the SRL channel pulled up for us?
I do. I am always one step ahead of you there, Cavi.
Sorry, I have children.
We do see Nevdi finishing up with an official SRL time of 51:25. GG's to Nevdi, and Nevdi did say that he does want an interview today, so we'll have him here momentarily. We are switching over to French Lightning John's audio now. Should be coming in nice and clear. John, being a real champ, deciding to continue on and finish this race. GG's to him as well.
We love to see it. We love to see the finishes.
We do. A lot of that pressure is off of him now. He can relax a little bit, so I assume he's feeling, I don't know, kind of bad about losing the race, but good about no more pressure.
Absolutely.
Well, except for the whole restream thing, but we will be having Nevdi join us in just a moment. And we are joined by Nevdi. GG's to you, Nevdi.
Hey, thanks.
Yes, GG's.
Wow, nice race. I mean, you really pulled out the stops. That puts your team at 8-1, doesn't it?
Yeah, someone lost. I don't know who. Unrelated, but yeah, someone let us down. But yeah, 8-1.
Yeah, it's really nice.
So the seed, threw a lot of stuff at you early. It's kind of a, people are kind of saying it's kind of a free seed at the beginning, and then have that kind of a little bit out of the way, gravity check. What was your thoughts on the seed?
It was good. I think the main concentration of the seed was around that gravity suit. I think everything else was relatively straightforward. I think it was a force gauntlet too. maybe unless it was a power bomb somewhere else. But I felt really good after doing Gauntlet, and it paid off. So I was really happy at that point. I felt pretty bad after I saw Gravity because I just did all that stuff for no reason. But I did it because I think it was the right thing. Like I had progression and 3 checks, and I thought John would do the same. I think against another racer, I probably would have done Croc beforehand, but someone like John, I would have kept it. But that's what I keep thinking about in my head is that.
Yeah,
Croc
and John did get to Croc a little bit late, probably like 5 minutes ago, 6 minutes ago, somewhere around that time frame.
So did he go down to LN without a way to kill, a Crystal Flash method on Dragon?
He actually opted for the double spring ball jump back out, even after getting the grappling beam.
Yeah, okay. I don't know how to do that double springboard jump.
Yeah, it's pretty tight, but yeah, he pulled it off. It was interesting. So we actually saw John almost skipped going to Gauntlet, and then like turned around and went back for it, and like you said, he found power bombs back there. He did get the X-ray check. You guys both were kind of going for it at around the same time. But yeah, he managed to barely pull off and get that ledge and got it. It turned out to just be an E-tank, so it was kind of a waste of time. But I set him back for a while. Other than that, you guys were following pretty much the same route. He kind of kept the same distance behind you for a long time until it got to that Ranomizer check. So you went down there, got your gravity, and he went up.
Oh, man, he went up after that.
He did, yeah. He skipped the Croc check, and so he ended up going up to Meridia, checking Mama Turtle. Eventually went up.
That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. That's weird.
Now we're talking about it. So Meridia's hardest part suitless is probably the Dragon part, which you guys had already done, and he probably could have just done it suitless. But then after checking Mama Turtle, went up out of Meridia up to Rex ship, killing. Who was there?
Ridley.
Ridley was at Rex ship. So killed Ridley, then came back down again and went straight to Ranomizer. And so it kind of had it in the back of his mind, I assume, at that point. Went back and got it.
Did he have ice? No, he did
not get ice either. Yeah.
I could understand his play if he had ice, I think. And I probably would have done the same, just gone for full suitless, but you're pretty much stuck at Mama Turtle. You have to wrap all the way around with Dragon, and it takes, I think, where do you go? I don't even know where to go. But yeah, you can't, because we already killed Dragon, we can go around.
Right.
But yeah, I didn't want to mess with that stuff.
Yeah, you can take kind of like the back door to Dragon around Batuin if you want to, and then probably still can get to Aqueduct, can check left sand pit, maybe Shack Tool as well with that gravity. I'm not sure how that jump works very well, but yeah, it was definitely not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, probably would. At that point, you'd be committed to not getting grab. You wouldn't do things like Shack Tool. You'd just plan to not have the gravity, I guess, at that point.
Right. Exactly.
That's unfortunate. It would have been awesome if Mama Turtle had the suit though for him. That would have been maybe he made the play, felt like he was making some errors or something, and because these seats have a tendency to be relatively linear. You pretty much everyone's going down, no one's going ship. So we all, from what I've seen anyway, seem to follow the same path, and it's more about adapting to the boss fights and dealing with those because you're not prepared, or you could be thrown into any sort of situation. So potentially, and what I would do if I was versing someone or I wasn't moving, I'd probably try and make a play like that. So it does make sense now I think about it.
Yeah, absolutely. It was hard. It was hard. Unfortunately, kind of watching it back, we knew that gravity was at Croque, right? So, unfortunately, it's one of those things where it's like hindsight, or being able to see it. It kind of feels bad knowing that he's going down the wrong path for a while. But it couldn't have been. It could have been the other way too. It could have been a Meridia gravity suit, early Meridia, or it could have been a vanilla Fantoon, and then it was in Rick ship somewhere. Or you just never know.
Yeah, I think I would have go moded on ice or grav at that point, but I just couldn't do it without ice. I wouldn't know. I couldn't remember where to go to get back to it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Otherwise, fun race. It was really fun to do that Dragon fight, like I've talked about it before to some people. Gives you a little bit more confidence going down in there. Even without grapple being behind, you can get out of it. So that was a fun part for me. Other than that, pretty quick seed. 51 minutes boss rando. I usually take like an hour to do these, so that was a pretty quick one. GG to John. Really love, love racing John. Him and I, friends. We talk in our Discord and my stream and stuff. So GG to John. I might have to dip out. I might come back in later if he comes in for an interview, but I got to duck out and do some stuff in real life. So thank you so much for everyone watching, commentating, restreaming, etc. It was fun, and
thank you for racing. Have a great night.
Thanks, guys. It's up to my team now to keep our 8-1. So it's on our next. Right, see you guys.
Yeah, until next time.
All right.
Well, so you have French Lightning John into Mother Brain 2. Same 24 shot fight here. Not finding Ice Beam anywhere. Not even worth looking for at this point.
Absolutely, yeah. A little bit extra damage, but we have the power bombs. We've got the other ammo to get through the rooms. Yep, so not too big of a concern. So yeah, just should be a pretty standard Mother Brain. You got?
Nope. Okay, I was wrong. I do my math wrong.
I wasn't gonna check you on it.
Of course, delaying the rainbow because John is the memer. Gotta love John. Oh, the beeping! No! You get the beepage of Mother Brain here. The baby. So Cavi, might as well interview you. What do you think about this speed?
Yeah, I mean, I know for me, I am not willing to play quite as aggressively as skipping checks until I know I'm in go mode. So I think I would have probably lucked out in the seed a little bit more, just from the way I would have probably tried to play it. But I'm also much more conservative on that stuff, and that typically ends up costing me time. So definitely not a difficult seed, right? Like if you are willing to make the checks, the seed's pretty easy. It's not going to force you to do hard things. We certainly did not need to fight Dragon before finding Gravity Suit. And so knowing that, I mean, a lot of these fights are easier than you typically see in any percent. So yeah, I don't think it was too bad. We also had the option of escaping Batoon, doing the backdoor of Meridia. We didn't need wreck ship, which is always a nice thing. I've seen a lot of seeds lately that don't have anything really too important there in wreck ship. So knowing how the logic works out and how the routing works out on a lot of these, that was kind of one of the standard things you hope for. But yeah, I mean, they played. I think they played it well. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I am definitely a person that plays more aggressively and skips a lot of checks. As you know, being my random partner, I like to skip stuff. I think it was a nice seed. It was definitely fast again for a boss rando. We did have that vanilla crate, which took a lot of pressure off the runners. I don't know. I mean, would I have played the seed differently from these runners? Maybe doing that croc check a little bit earlier, but besides that, probably not much deviation. I'm fairly comfortable with the route that John was trying to take with the suitless.
Yeah, I mean, you're at this point you're pretty comfortable doing the suitless stuff. So yeah, I would have expected you to go for it as well. But yeah, it's always interesting to see. The sea was so front loaded, right? We had almost everything. It's hard to get away from the things that were thrown at you, right? Gravity only being slightly out of the way, but not difficult by any means to obtain. So yeah, I don't know. It was definitely one of the easier ones, I think, no matter how you slice it. And we see that the escape going on, making quick work of the escape, and I assume he's probably already finished, but we'll get that official time here whenever that happens. Are we going to get a save? No.
And
no save.
everyone, French Lightning John has finished with an official SRL time of 103.31. GG.
GG's FLJ. Is he going to be joining us this evening?
French Lightning John will not be joining us, unfortunately.
Alrighty. Well,
but I guess I do have a few things I could say. And if you have any final words there,
go for it.
No, you go first.
I was just gonna say, despite the Croque thing, he played very well. We saw a lot of good tech. Just want to point out some of the highlights. He got the double spring ball jump out of Dragon. That's a very hard trick to pull off. Got through all the bosses really with a lot of confidence. It was just that one thing that kind of tainted the run and unfortunately cost him. But outside of that, I think we saw a lot of good play today, and I want to compliment him on that.
All right. I agree. He did pull out a lot of the stops here. It was a really good race for both runners. John unfortunately did not find that gravity suit on the same pace that Nefty did, but it was still a great race for him. I do have a few things to say here before we close out the show here. Can I type things? All right, so we do have me and Sir Cabby on commentary here. On tracking, we did have Shy Guys / Metroid MST. Make sure you guys go follow the runners, Nevdi and French Lightning John. We do have our schedule. Go ahead and check that out. Join our Discord for updates. Future races coming up for Super Metroid Randomizer League. We have quite a few tomorrow. Basically a full schedule tomorrow, full of races. We have one at noon between the Clippers and Highland Space Jump, so that's the next race coming up again, noon Eastern time. We do, I believe, have another race going on. Nope. No, the race is currently going on. For speed gaming, we do have the Link to the Past Randomizer daily race going on right now over on Speed Gaming main. So stay tuned for that. We will be going ahead and rating them. And until then, we'll see you next mission.
GG's and see you next mission.